but it is what it is. I got to make a living. Okay. So my name's Ken Finnan, and my job is to get you past all the exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's, first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay. No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage, that's all I'm talking about. Just keep you relaxed, no fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner maybe, talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through maybe the day before. Make sure you go over it like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take 2. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take 1 final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, STC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all, and then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason, and then the ones you got for the wrong reason. The ones you got for the wrong reason. See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it, or the ones you got wrong for the right reason. I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. If you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready. They give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit. Okay. And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos, join my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I want to see you after you pass so we can play a song for you and blow it out your ass. Okay. Good. Okay. Everyone, go beat this thing. You got this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And you need to say every morning, get up in the morning, brush your teeth with your offhand, even if you want to brush your teeth with your foot, and keep saying, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass this. Say it like 10 times with confidence. Not I need to pass it. Not I got to pass it. I'm going to pass it. That's your goal. Go beat this thing. We got it, baby. Bye, Ken. See you later. Thank you. Thanks, Ken. I love that. Thank you very much. Welcome on. It's Thursday night. Okay. Thursday night. I love it. This is the second. There's a second favorite night. Remember, this is NASAA night. I will, if you guys ask me a question about the Series 7 or the SIE and it relates to the 65, 66, I'm happy to answer it. If you tell me a pass, I am absolutely there for you. Other than that, screw yourself. You can wait till next Tuesday. Okay. Happy Thursday. We're going to talk about NASA stuff. Let's get right into the questions and let's go. Okay.
Sounded like the beginning of Jeopardy. All right. Well, I'll take homonyms for 200.
You ever see the Saturday Night Live one with Sean?
Oh, the
what is this? Okay. It's like, I'll take anal semen. No, that's any men, please.
Yeah. But the best one was the Cheers one.
What?
The best one was on Cheers.
What was that?
When he answered, who was it who went in there?
Clavin?
Clay. Yeah, Clay. He goes, who is someone who's not been in my kitchen? You are correct, but that was not the answer we were looking for.
Exactly.
Hey, same thing with the 63, 65, 66.
Right. Same
more
thing.
More than
correct,
one
but it doesn't answer the question.
Doesn't answer the question.
Segue. Nice segue. Okay. Okay. Hannah, Bobana. Okay. I would rank them STC, Cap, and Notman. But if you have to use Notman, then I think it's Notman, STC, Kaplan. It's not a big deal. I like Notman. I do. I think the questions are harder than they seem. Their videos are great. They're, as somebody else I'm going to answer, Ovo, there's no one better than them for the 79 for sure. They're good. I mean, for the 66, it's all like a flip of the coin, right? I think STC is all around better. Like, I think Achievable teaches it better than anyone else, but the questions are not as strong. So it's like the perfect world is like Achievable, Program, Kaplan, QBank, and go from there. So, but if you get in Notman, you're going to pass with them. They're not going to not get you to pass. But if you told me you have to pick one, I go with STC. Okay. Carla, that is outstanding. Outstanding. And it's still Oktoberfest. So if anyone hasn't heard this stuff before, let me find the good one. Nope. Here we go. Boom, baby, Carla. That is outstanding. One more, you only have to deal with this for tonight. Oh, wait. When's October 5th? Is it Tuesday? No, it's damn. No, well. I'll have to find something new to do in October. It's weird. October is in September, but okay.
I do like these videos, though.
I like these.
Look like they're just having a good time.
They have a very good time. It makes me want to learn German and go out there. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Carla, that's awesome. Any surprises? That's the big thing. I know it's on it. Like everyone goes, there's a lot of ethics on this. Okay. I'm waiting for my son to call me because usually he calls me around 8:15 on Tuesdays or Thursdays. But I'm going to mute this shit. Okay. Okay. I should do that beforehand. Okay. So my advice for the 79, yes, you can. Notman's the best for that. If you need a supplement, go get STC. They do a good job. And what do we have? What do we have for you? What do we have behind Kurt number 2? We have an amazing tutor for the 79. He's amazing. So if you're running into trouble, you meet him once or twice, and you will love him. He's a young guy, just got his MBA like 3 months ago. Was in the business. He does a lot of stuff on TikTok too. It's really good, and we grabbed him. So if you get into where you're hitting a wall, reach out to Jeff, and he'll hook you up with Mason.
He's a very good resource.
Yeah, he's an amazing resource.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Rosary, we will talk to you about that since it's tomorrow. Okay. Boom. That's awesome. That is outstanding, Elizabeth. Any recommendations for the 63? Yeah, the only thing I'm going to say is after I do this. Hold on. Viele Hände hat der Oktopus, 100.000 Hände. Wie viele Hände hat der Leguan, 100.000 Hände. I love this. I listen to that shit a lot. Way too much. Too much to be normal. Okay, here's my recommendation.
I always think of the Jersey Boardwalk, though, when you play.
I know, you see that when you think of Jersey.
I think of it every time.
But imagine if the guy was, like you said, if you're sitting there, all those Goombas or Guidos would beat him up. Have you been there lately?
No, I haven't been there in so long.
So last time I was there was probably probably 90s, right? So we went to Manilow King and all that shit. I wonder if it's still the Guidos with the tank tops, with the string tank tops.
When I used to go, if anybody's on this listening to this, please tell me if you've ever been to the Jersey Shore on the boardwalk, Seaside or Point Pleasant.
Yep.
When I
Point Pleasant's different. And Long Beach out, but Seaside Heights is and Wildwood is bad, right?
Remember, you used to cruise up and down the strip with the Mustang, and it was when I was that age, what was really popular on the cars were those fake car phone antennas.
Oh yeah.
You'd see a Mustang with like 7 car phone antennas for little swirls,
and no phone.
No.
Exactly. Okay, and Elizabeth is like, I don't care. So understand. So what you have to do for the 63. I tell everyone, read the book once and then take questions so your eyes bleed. That's literally what you're going to do. You're going to take questions until you can't take questions anymore. That's how you do the 62. But here's my problem. Everyone forgets about the one thing that gets you. Ethics, baby. Ethics. Ethics is a good part of that test. I promise you that. If you sleep on that, you're going to be like, God damn it, Ken was right. Okay, let's go. Okay, Rosario. 1, read customer accounts. Okay, read customer accounts. Read customer accounts. Watch my crash course or my power out, my 30-minute video, and then my guerrilla style. Watch those. Go over the suitability stuff. Get some sleep. Do not stay up late. Do not stay up late. Do not cram. And Rosario, remember something. Go in there like a bad bitch. You want to go in there confident. If you wake up tomorrow morning and you're like, oh my God, I'm panicking, don't show up. Just reset it for another week or so. You can't cancel, but you can do a no-show, and then you have to pay for it, or the firm has to pay for it, but it's going to push it off. But tell me you're going to pass, Rosario. Go in here and tell me you're going to pass this test. Tell me you're going to take like a bad bitch and beat it. You have to go in there like that. Alexa, Downeaster Alexa. Okay.
What's up, Alexa?
Here we go. She's the bane of my existence on these questions. Like, it's funny when we do the Zoom group, which is great. Guys, I'm telling you right now, what a really great thing we have is this Zoom group thing. Every Sunday night, we meet on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Okay? And it's a good group of girls and guys, mostly girls, because only girls are smart enough to get help, right? You like my Mario thing behind me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it's like $25 a month. Now, anyone taking the 65 this is only for people who are in the membership group. I have a question for you. I'm going to put it in Facebook too. If I added a second one, like I did for the 7, if I did it on Thursday nights after the live, would you guys do it? I mean, that means we bump it up to the $99 thing, right? Then you get a lesson on Sundays and then Thursday nights also. Would that be something you'd be interested in? Let me know. Okay.
And right after this, you're saying.
What?
And you're saying after
it'd be right after this.
Yeah.
We roll right into this. Now, what's interesting, you know what they did on a YouTube now? Not now. I can't do it now. But they have a thing where you do this like for free. and you can hit a membership button, and it automatically turns it into a members only thing. And you see what it does? It pops up and said, if you want to stay on, hit the membership thing.
We have a lot of good things coming. I know. We're
good for us, bad for you guys, but that's okay. Okay, here we go.
Look at these answers.
I know. Okay.
Well, I told you.
Remember, that would be a Carlos. That would be a second night. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Rosario. Yes. Yes. Manifesting a pass. Visualize yourself being a bad bitch. I'm going to pass this thing. Exactly. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, Ovo, back to you. Real quick. 79 Notman it is. Okay. Elizabeth, we got you. Rosario, we got you. Jennifer. I know. You know, it's funny because the 6 is not compared to the 7, the 6 is an easy test, but it's not an easy test. You know, it's like I say compared to the 7, 7's a fucking bitch. The 6 is a hard test, okay? So if you're switching to the 63, which I'm not a fan of switching, but I know that Chase and Citicorp, Chase does this all the time. If you miss one, they go to the next one. And I had one woman, she was an older, and she just couldn't take the test. And they kept switching her back and forth. So every 2 weeks, she's taking a test. She just had failing 3 times because she couldn't catch up. I felt horrible. Okay. So here's my thing. And I really felt horrible. Now, first thing, since you're doing it, you got to read. Even if this ain't take a bunch of tests, read the book, then take questions as much as you can. And then find my videos, remember, go in the 63 playlist, and you too, Elizabeth, okay? Go into my 63 playlist. I don't do the same thing for the book for the 63 and the 66 because I don't like the way they do it. Like for the 7 and the SA, I like the order STC did it, so I did the same order. I don't like the way STC does the 63, so I did it in my order, what I know is right. So I went there. So just follow your life on this shit, okay? But don't worry about it. Jennifer Rose, who worked for an analyst class, and they failed. The one girl failed the 7 and the 57, and one girl failed the 57. They both, in the last 8 days, they passed both the tests. They got it done. And they've been there at work. And I asked them, how is it? And I go, are they acting like it never happened? Because I got telling them that. Like, once you pass, nobody gives a shit that you failed. I can't stress that enough, right? And I go, what happened? They go, they act like they said good job, and then they went on with their life. They didn't even give a shit. Like, nobody cares. Once you get through the door in the gateway, nobody cares how you got there. So bang that door and do it right. Okay. So, yeah, don't worry about the fail. You're going to get it next time. Hannah, you're welcome. Okay. This is a depressing night, baby. Okay. Now, Slim, I'm assuming that you have a strong fortitude and you're good. So I hope you're not going to be insulted when I do this. Okay. Now, it's only funny the first time, but I like it. Okay. So now, what are you going to do? I tell everyone, and I have the videos on this, and you missed it by 1. Here's the biggest problem, and this is one of my videos on this. The worst score possible is by 1. If you get a 60, you know you missed, right? If you're 71, you're like, oh, I want to make up points. Don't think that way. Do not think that way. I want you to think I missed by 29%. Go back and read the entire book. Don't pick points. Don't try to go for little points here and there. I want you to say I missed by 29, which means you go back and reread the whole book, cover to cover. Now,
can I ask one question here?
Yeah,
Slim, if you can put it in the chat here. Do you think you missed because of misreading the question, not understanding what the question was asking, or the content? That's the big thing that I always like to figure out, because you can't get to a 71 without knowing the material. The rest, I feel, putting you over the top would be if you maybe misread the questions, not knowing what they were asking. That's, I think, a big way to approach the next attempt.
I agree. I'm with you. Okay. I love it. Now, 4 chapters, don't read, baby. Okay. There's going to be 4 chapters I don't want you to worry about. If you're retaking the 7, don't read. And I'm going to say it quick because tonight's NASA night. Don't reread the options. Don't reread DPPs because nobody gives a shit. Don't reread margin, and don't read the analysis stuff. Technical, fundamental. You can do questions on that shit. Don't do the other stuff. Okay. Partnerships, corps, taxes. Okay. Couldn't even write the whole thing. Super lazy, Alexa. Now, so partnerships. So if we have sole props, sole proprietorships like me, I just set it up. This is what it was before I brought Jeff in, before I started the LLC. It's a sole prop, all risk, all me. Everything runs through my 1040, my personal tax return. Now, LLC. Now, remember this. Everyone who's taking the 65, 66, remember this. LLC, partnerships, and S corps are taxed the same way. They're what they call pass-through, which means any money that the corporation makes, it passes it right through to the owners. So let's say we're 50-50 partners, and I make 12 grand. Jeff gets 6, I get 6. That's the way it goes, okay? But then any of our costs get passed through also. It doesn't mean we have to pay it, but we get to write it off our taxes. Okay. So back to LLC, you can have a single or hundreds. They have limited liability. You can't lose more than you put in. And you get to write, and you're paying taxes, not the LLC. Partnership, there's two types. There's limited and general partnership. So a limited partnership has at least one limited partner, one general partner. The limited partner has limited loss. The general partner can lose everything because they're running the company, okay? Again, the partnership doesn't pay taxes. The partners do. We have a general. If they just say the word partnership, don't assume limited. Assume general. Because if they just say partnership, assume it's a general, which means they're all general partners. You can literally do it verbally. Hey, we're partners. We got it. But the partnership doesn't pay taxes. The partners do. That's called a pass-through. Then we go to an S corp. An S corporation can have up to how many? Yes, 100 people. They all have to be U.S. residents and human beings. They can't be corporations because, again, the company doesn't pay taxes. The shareholders do. So if they're foreign residents or corporations, the IRS might not be able to tax them. Okay, so now the last one is a C corporation. That's every company you've ever heard of, other than mine, is a C corporation. Everything going across this tape right here, right? JP Morgan, which is a bank holding company, by the way, not a bank. Okay, is a C corporation. C corporation is the best way to raise a lot of money, unlimited shares, limited liability for the owners, but it's what they call double tax, which means the corporation actually pays taxes, and then any dividend they pay you pay taxes on. So it's double taxed. That's the best way to raise a lot of money, but it's not the best way. That's the most tax efficient. Where's Costco? Under $90-$100. There we go. Okay. This is all the top 25 largest companies. Okay. Here we go. Hope that helps a little bit. Okay. Regs and investment fee. Three things. Regs is getting taken it. So you're taking it on Saturday, okay? Right? Saturday. Tomorrow, no testing. Tomorrow, make sure or tonight focus on ethics, investment vehicles, and the regs. Mostly IAR regs and so ethics, IAR regs, IA regs, and investment vehicles. That's your big kahuna. That's the big stuff. Okay. Okay. Don't worry about the employer stuff, I think, so much because they get tax deductions. But a retirement account, that is such an open-ended fucking question. But retirement accounts, how far behind am I? Okay. I can answer this question. So retirement accounts, if it's a qualified retirement account, the corporation gets tax deductions. If it's non-qualified, they still get some, but it's not the same. Don't really give a shit. That's a Google search away. Now, if I'm an employee and I have a qualified plan, the money comes to me pre-tax. It grows tax deferred. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. It grows tax deferred. And then when you take it out, you pay tax on everything. Now, there are rules. Like you can't discriminate, which means that if you give to one employee, you have to give to all. I think now every company over 50 people has to have one now. I think that's something like that. They have different ones. If you're small, you do a simple or you can do a simple is it a simple 401k? I think that's what it is. I can't remember. If you're over 100 people, you do a regular 401k. And again, the money goes in pre-tax, which means you're not taxed on the way in, tax deductible. It grows tax deferred. When you take it out, you pay tax on everything. Now, There's a thing called the QDIA, which I've been talking about for like 5-6 months now. The QDIA is if you set up a 401k and you're stupid enough not to make allocations, it will automatically make allocations for you. Now, it's not just for that if you're stupid. If you have a target base, do you know what is it called? A life cycle account or a target based?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they're all, everybody has in their 401ks. You could like set it, forget it and you're done.
And it'll adjust every 5 years, every year. Right? Okay. So that's what a QDIA is. It's a qualified default investment, or whatever the hell it is. Okay. So the point is that it's a qualified plan. It basically, in your qualified plan, it'll automatically allocate shares or your investments to something. That's really what they do. Okay. Okay. Now, that's really what you need to know. You can read more on that. Now, your SEC pay to play rule. Okay. Okay. See, look, hold on. Everyone I said, listen to what Alexa said. Underestimated ethics. This is all, remember, they're trying to make sure you're not a scumbag. Okay. So just pretend you aren't for a couple hours. Just get the ethics down. Don't sleep on it. Now, pay to play. This is so that you don't contribute money to Democrats. I mean, and to politicians. So the whole point here, I'm just kidding, guys. If anyone's a Democrat, you're offended. Somebody failed and I played another one bite to dust. What?
Oh my God, there's no more. Nobody's watching it.
I know. Or no, it's just tripled, right? Exactly. Okay. So now, so the pay to play is that if you're an investment advisor or investment advisor rep, you can give up to $150 for someone you cannot vote for, or $350 per election for someone you can vote for. If you give more than that, then you are knocked out for 2 years. Now, you have to be an investment advisor. Like if you're a back office person, they don't really care. If you give under 150, nobody cares. And if it's more than 2 years ago, nobody cares. But again, it's not for federal. Okay. It's like if you contributing to like senators and House of Representatives doesn't count. President doesn't count. But the point is, it's $150 for someone you can't vote for, $350 for someone you can. If you get per election, so there's a primary and a general. If you give more than that number, you're knocked out of doing business with that state for 2 years. Now you can get it back, like you can ask for the money back. Here's the other one. Let's say I'm married. I am, and I have a joint account with my wife, and we're 50% owners. If I sign the back of the account and I sign the check and she doesn't, no matter what I give, the entire check is considered for me. So if I give $400 thinking it's a joint account, unless we both sign it, the only thing comes from me. If we both sign the check, then it's 200. Okay. Hannah, most of the options are pretty much okay. You haven't slept since the 7? Hey, get some sleep, kid. Don't worry about them too much. If you on the 66, you get 1 or 2 max. It's mostly about like if I'm long stock, what do I do? Which I just put a video out about 2 hours ago on hedging options. A short one, it's like under 2 minutes, under 3 minutes. It's not so bad. That it's about hedging. Like if you're long stock and you want income, you sell a call. If you're long stock and you protect it, you buy a put. If you're short stock and you want to protect it, you buy a call. If you're short stock and you want income, you sell a put. Most of it's that. They might ask break even, but they're not going to do spreads or straddles or butterflies. Now, Alexa's going to say, I saw those, but I don't think that's an outlier if she did. Okay. Because Alexa literally got everything that I say you probably won't see, she got. Okay. Which means it won't happen again. Okay. There you go. I love it. See, look at that.
But the funny thing is about that, when I met my wife, who's from Long Island, and I'm from New Jersey, I said to her when I came out to Long Island for the first time, I said, let's go to the boardwalk. And she said, why?
Right.
There's nothing on the boardwalk here in Long Island.
It isn't? What is it?
No, it's not like that carnival that down the Jersey Shore.
Right. So Coney Island isn't a boardwalk, or it is?
Well, that's Coney Island. We're talking about once you get into,
I've never been there.
Coney Island?
I've driven by it a million times.
Yeah.
My kids, all my kids have been there for the hot dog thing.
Good hot dogs.
The hot dog competition they went to.
Yeah.
So they were there. He was there with the when the Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Kobayashi Maru. That's not his name, but whatever.
Was that the guy that's the kid that was really ripped?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't do it. And yeah, he was. And then there's Joey Chestnut, who was just like the greatest athlete to ever. Okay. He's like 45 now. Okay. Still eating fucking hot dogs. There you go, Rosario. We're gonna pass. Okay. So it sounds like if we did a second night on Thursday, it would work. Okay. We may do that. Okay. But it's not free. You're paying for that shit. But still a bargain. Okay. Okay. Yeah, look. It sounds like, did you switch vendors? That's interesting. I'm reading Human Maids. Okay. Yeah. By the way, the practice, if you're talking about the practice exam, it's really fucking hard. The practice exam is ridiculously hard. So if that's what you're talking about, so their simulated exams are one thing. Their practice exams are fucking brutal. So don't worry about it. You take it. Listen, Gabe, that's why I tell people not to take tests the day before, because now you're in your head. Don't worry about it. Tell me you're going to pass. Gabe, you're going to rock this thing. I'm telling you that the practice exam is way harder than the simulated, or even some of their random finals that you do. Sometimes you get a really, really hard test, and it's just like, what the fuck just happened? Okay. But you got to go in to get some sleep. Make sure you go over ethics one last time and get this, baby. Gabe, you're going to get it. Okay. Human made. I mean, it's not that hard, right? I mean, you can skip it, but it's not as significant, but you don't want to miss by 2. I mean, look, I'm a fan of being like efficient with this shit and not memorizing everything. But look, let's talk about this real quick. Term is like renting insurance. You rent it. You have it as long as you pay for it. And when it's over, you walk away. You walk away with nothing, like you're renting an apartment. Then we have, and it's cheaper. Then we have permanent life, which is good until you die, pretty much, as long as you keep paying. Whole life, fixed premium, fixed growth, fixed everything. It's boring as hell. If you're buying $1 million policy, it's $500 a month. It's $500 a month every month. You know what the cash value is going to be. Pretty much, you can predict it all the way out to the 30 years. Universal is similar, except for the payments are flexible. You can overfund or underfund. But remember, if you underfund it for a year, then they adjust your death benefit down to reflect that, but they don't cancel it. But in whole life, if you underpay, they cancel you. Okay. Universal, you get to overfund or underfund, which means if you're supposed to pay $1,000 a month, you can pay $2,000 or $3,000 a month. I think that causes problems, but you can pay another $1,200 or $1,300 a month, and it'll increase your death benefit. So it's kind of cool. Then we have variable, which is a fixed premium. The premium is set, okay? The premium is set, but the growth, but the investment goes up and down, and that's a security. Remember that. So go the term you're renting. Whole life you're buying it. You're building up cash value equity. Whole is boring. Fixed premium, fixed growth. Universal, flexible premium, fixed growth. Variable, fixed premium, variable growth. It's a security. Variable universal, VUL. What did you keep pushing on everyone? Flexible premium, flexible growth. When I say flexible growth, that means your money goes into a sub or a separate account to invest it in the market the way you want. And depending on how that portfolio goes, there goes your cash value. You got to know that shit. Okay.
Can I point out one thing with this question also?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people ask whether it's insurance or something else. Should I study this part? The thing is, you don't need to get a 95 on the exam. I say this to everybody. But you do want to have an understanding of 75 to 80% of all the material, because you don't know what you're going to pull on the day of the exam.
Right.
Maybe typically you'll get 0 to 2 questions on life insurance. But on the exam that you get, there's 5 or 6 questions. So why not just take the time, read it, get a couple more questions right?
There you go. I have a question. The email you sent me, did you respond to that person?
No, not yet.
Okay. Did it just come through? Okay.
It was from a while ago, a little bit.
Okay. I don't look at it. I tell people when they... Okay, I'm going to tell people something. I got to say one thing real quick. Jeff's good at this. He doesn't do this to me. My wife does, but she tells me, fuck it, deal with it. Okay, I get that. Okay. If somehow you find my number and you text me, and you text me one fucking word like 9 times, like if you submit a bunch of word, like if you tell me your sentence in word text, I will block you. It's called raindrop texting, whatever it is. It's stream of consciousness. Write me a fucking novel. I won't read all of it, but I can skim it. Look, I'm smart enough that I can look and get what you're saying. But if you send me a bunch of things in a row, because remember, I'm looking every time I'm talking, I'm looking. So if I have to look 4 times for you, I will fucking block your ass and I will start giving you wrong answers. So if you text me, you better text me a novel. And before you hit send, think, do I have anything else to say? Okay. Okay. That's my PSA.
Prepayment speed assumption?
What?
Prepayment speed assumption?
Prepaid speed. Is that what they're talking about?
No, when you said your PSA. That
Oh, yeah, no. Public service announcement, baby. Right? Okay. No, that made me think of like on Instagram, I see these like I have a couple old 80s accounts, like one of these, and they show stuff from the 80s. And you ever see the PSAs from the 80s?
Yeah.
They're horrible. I love them, but like, I mean, it's crazy. Okay.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your child is?
I know. That is so funny. It's like this. Nobody knows what it's like. The fact that we had parents that didn't know where our fucking kids were.
Now we just have tracking.
Look, my mom, the second I became a junior, my mom said to me, because I would come home late every night, not drunk. I'd just go out and we play basketball, the lights on until they go out. She'd go, okay, I'm tired of waiting for you. I won't lock the door. Just make sure you're home in time for school every day. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe that's why I had a 1.99 GPA. Okay.
There you go.
Before starting my job, I read The Achievable 7. My pen passport was okay. Well, you have Wayne, you have everything. So if you have everything, stay up past perfect. So yeah, I mean, if you've read the whole thing, yeah, I start. If you've done the Achievable, that's awesome. You can do the past perfect, it's fine, okay. But start doing STC and Kaplan exams, maybe. If you read the whole thing, let's get going. Let's get going. Do that. Start doing the Start doing fine. But maybe you start reading, do chapter quizzes first. Once you feel good with those, then move on and grow. I think that's the way you're going to do it. Okay. Jennifer, I'm glad to help. Okay. I didn't even know what I said. Okay. Okay. Slim, I don't know what content 1 is. I don't fucking look at that shit. Some people memorize that shit. I don't give a shit. Tell me what content 1
This was from my question from before when I asked what was it. So it was the content in section 1.
So if you go to so Jeff, if you go to the content outline, you can probably see what he's talking about. Okay.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I think it'll help. Okay. Boom. I love it. Yeah. Elizabeth, yeah, you're in good shape. If you do a past perfect, again, they're fine. And use the Kaplan questions as a backup, you're going to be fine. But make sure you read first. Watch my videos first. Okay.
And Slim, watch Ken's videos that are posted online to pick up on that content for section 1.
Yep. It'll be
a great supplement.
Good. Okay. Yep. I agree. That's anything. A lot of people, when they take this is the weird thing. So with the 7, I tell everyone that that you're going to feel like you're failing the whole way. And that could happen on the 66. But way more people go, I thought I got an 80 and then they failed. But
what Slim pointed out there, which is really good, is that he knows where his weakness is now. So like just take it in 4 weeks.
Right.
And focus.
Now you can look at that section 1 after you've gone through the whole book.
Yes.
Good. Oh, I think the series 7 thing I did, one of the newer ones. I think I don't recall it, like the series 7 Blitz, not the Blitz, but it's like how to pass the series 7. It's section 1. I think the first section is section 1, so it may help you. I think that's all the communications and shit like that. I can't remember. Okay. Yeah, that's what it happens a lot. The 66, the questions are like, they're not so much open-ended. They're just like, you think you really fall. It's easier to fall into traps there because they come at you like, oh, look at this. And then it's like they smack you in the face. So I know this sounds like rambling. I don't know how to explain how the 66 is different because the 7 and the essay are brute force. The 66, little angle. You got to be a little more cerebral. Take your time with it. Like I said, I took the test. I took it a long time ago when I was, needed it, I guess. I did the first one in like 40 minutes. Okay. Way too fucking fast. I got an 81. I thought I got a 90. I thought I was in the high 90s. And I'm like, and then when I remember I have a good memory, so I wrote all the questions down and I went through them and said, oh, okay. Those are the ones I got wrong because I misread them. Okay. Because I couldn't remember stuff, but I was like, oh, that. Then when I went home and wrote all the questions down, I'm like, Holy crap, I got like 10 wrong just by not fucking reading. So I let the license expire. I took it again 2.5 years later. I took the entire hour and 50 minutes, 140 minutes or whatever. And I got one wrong. So take your time. And I swear to God, when I got the 81, I thought I got a 95. It's just the way it is. So even the people who pass feel like they failed. What? Somebody say something?
No, you've got to be the first person that passed with an 81 and walked out of there disappointed.
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, again, I take it for, that's why I memorize the questions, because I take it for a different reason. Okay. Yeah, take it like savage, people. Okay. Not on, no. Veronica. Okay. Whenever I hear the word Veronica, I think of Archie's. Sugar, sugar. Okay, now, do you know that was the only top? I think that was like a #1 song in 19. You know, Sugar, Sugar. You ever hear that song?
Yeah.
It wasn't a real band. The Archies. It was a cartoon, and it still made like top 3 in the country. Okay.
I hear Veronica. I hear Veronica Vaughn from.
Oh, there you go, Veronica Vaughn. Okay. We were talking about the VVs, and the every character in Adam's Family was VV, right?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Take him at 60, and Veronica's like, shut the fuck up and just talk about my shit. Don't worry about the math.
Yeah.
If you look, everyone taking the 65 and 66. If you know this, if you know current yield, if you know total return, if you know tax equivalent yield, if you know maybe convertibles, maybe you're fine. If you know those 4, the chances of getting them are pretty low. But I mean, you may get no math. Okay. So the problem is Achievable wants you to know all of them in case you see them. Okay. So a year and a half ago, their questions are very easy. Okay. So I talked to them. They did it on their own, but I told them that I'm getting a lot of feedback that they're not as hard as a test. So they ramped them up. So their questions are now harder. Okay. So that's a good thing. So I think they're like, I do their tests and I'm like, oof, this is a tough one. Like I used to not think they were tough, and now I'm like, I got to work through them. Okay. So don't worry about the math so much. Just make sure you know what they're giving you. Make sure you learn the thing. Like most people, if they get like the present value, future value stuff, 9 times out of 10, it's just recognize what is it for, not doing the math. And you may have to do the math, but I have a video on that, but it's super easy. And if you're afraid of the discounted cash flow math, find my video, go on my channel, and little search thing, hit time value money, and it'll show up, and you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe how easy it is. Okay. Okay. Well, let me hit Courtney. I'll get to you 1 second. Okay. Alexa, I did Universal Life. I hope you're listening. Okay. Hold on. That's soft dollar. That's not pay to play. Okay. Stephanie, I'm sorry. I like that. Switch to SEC. Focus on reading the book. I promise you, even if you miss by 1, as I say, missing by 1 is like a curse. Because then you think, oh, I just want to make up for I'm weak. And I don't do that. I'm a fan of just everything. Build up everything up 10%, and then you'll be fine. Okay. Okay. Now, rule of 72. So understand the rule of 72. Courtney, let me see if I can. I don't know if I'm going to. No, wait, time value. If you want to know time value, okay, find my video. What the fuck is going on? Okay, find my video. Time value of money. Let me see if I can find it. I can do it. Okay, good. Time value. Let's see how it shows up. Time value of money. So here's the time value of money one. This will help you. That's first of all. But let me see if I can do it. Let me see. Sometimes I do the Zoom and it kind of kicks me out. Let's see. What's interesting is that I kind of have a new laptop set up. When I do, it used to be if I put on Zoom, it would say you're using the camera. Now I can use the camera in like 4 different spots. I don't know what the hell happened. Okay, now here we go. Okay, share screen. Oh, Nelson, hold on. Stay on there. Don't leave. Okay. Okay, Alexa, go watch my time value money video for the discounted cash flow. That's what it is. Okay. Here, so now you can all see my screen. Good. Okay, good. So let's say, let me make it bigger. That's what she said. Hold on. Let's say I invest $5,000 now. And in 15 years, it's 20 grand. We're good on the screen? Good. Okay. Boom. So if in 15 years it goes from 5 grand to 20 grand, what is my rate of return? What's the internal rate of return? So guys, I will not do the DCF for time value money because I have a video that I just shared. So don't ask me for that. Now, if I go from 5 grand to 20 grand, okay, how many? So versus rule of 72 is how many times did it double? Whenever they give you something over multiple years and they go, what is your rate of return? It's probably a rule of 72 question. So look, how many times did it double? 5 to 10, 10 to 20. That's 2 doubles. So it doubled 2 times. So that, and it had doubled 2 times in 15 years, which means it doubled 15 divided by 2 every 7.5 years. So it doubled every 7.5 years. So then I do 72 divided by 7.5. So I do 72 divided by 7.5. And that gives me 9.6. So that means my internal rate of return was 9.6%. That's the rule of 72. Now, the other one is, what if I said I'm earning 6% of my money? How long will it take to get to 10 grand, which is a double? You do the same thing, but this time you do 72 divided by the rate of return. That's 12. I don't know. Hold on. 72 divided by 6 is 12%. So at 12, so you do. So if they're going to give you how many years, right? Right. So if I double, if they want to know how many years it takes to double, you do 72 divided by the rate of return. If they say, what's my rate of return? You do 72 divided by the years, and it tells you the rate of return. It's always 72 divided by the rate of return or the years. Hope that helped. Okay. Wayna, that's more of a 7 thing, so I can do that on Tuesday night. Sorry, I can, but here, I'm going to help you out a little bit because I'm such a fucking nice guy. I am actually going to do this first. Since I won't answer it tonight, but I will give you a video that will help you. So I won't answer it tonight. I will, and it does have pack and tack in there. Okay. I have some people doing well. Let's get chat up to them. Okay. Okay, now. So I did Universal Life already. No, that's the commission is soft dollar. It's a commission on a managed account. It's going to be soft dollar. Kobe. That is outstanding. And you're a guy, so I'll do the good one. It's amazing. Okay. Okay. So now I swear to God, I'm going to learn that whole song at one point. Okay. Now I should do like a Series 7 rhyme to that. Options have 4 legs. Options have 4 legs.
You know, you can do that in ChatGPT.
Yeah, probably.
You can make a song out of stuff.
I know, but I like to do it on my own. I like to, because I don't want my brain to calcify. Like, you ever see those studies?
No.
You should look up the studies, what Hopkins and all them said about what happens to your brain on ChatGPT. It's like the 80s where your egg goes in the frying pan kind of thing.
Oh, I can definitely see how that could happen to like kids that are 10 years old today that are getting
no, it's anyone, and it's people because your brain goes, oh, they're doing it, I don't have to. Your brain is very adaptable. So that's another thing, people. Okay, use ChatGPT to help supplement, not as your main. Because if you let it do the research for you, it's not going to be good.
Neuroplasticity.
There you go. There you go. Okay. A sale, an offer is the attempt. This is easy. The offer is attempt. LA, stay there. Offer is an attempt. I hope you're still on here. It's been 30 minutes, right? Okay. Offer is the attempt. Sale is a transaction. That's it. If I give you something for free, it's a gift. If you have to pay for it, it's an offer and a sale. It's a sale. Okay.
Did you find that video that we were talking about that where the words are the same, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to carve it out. I haven't done it yet. I've been teaching like 15 hours a day. So I'm going to get it at some point.
Come on.
I know.
You don't need sleep.
I do not need sleep. I got to go quicker because you're behind. Alexa, that's all on my time value money video, baby. Okay. Okay. Chris, baby. Chris Woods. Okay. Cap M is beta. Alexa, you just throwing shit out there? You know I'm 20 minutes behind. You just throwing this is what she does in the Zoom group. Everyone has to beat her to the questions. Because if we in the Zoom group, everyone has to beat her before she uploads her questions. Okay. But the thing is, she's taking the test, so they're probably real shit. Okay. Participation rate. Okay. Okay. Heidi Ramos, we'll get there. Okay. So now, I'm not going to answer everything because I do have to be done. I have an interview at 9:15. So now, participation rate. Okay. So if I have an equity indexed annuity, and what happens is they go like this, oh, you can't go higher than 10, like they're going to match it to the market, but you won't get everything. So the participation rate is telling you how much of what the index tracks are you getting. Okay. So if you have an 80% participation rate and the market goes up 20, you're going to get 16%. The market goes up 10, you're going to get 8. If it goes up 5, you're going to get 4. If you have a 90% participation rate, if it goes up 20, you're going to get 18. If it goes up 10, you're going to get 9. If it goes 5, you're going to get 4.5. You're getting 90% of whatever the market index tracks. That's what participation rate is. Okay. Cap M is beta. Find my beta video. That's literally what it is. Okay. Now, Heidi, I'm sorry. So what are you going to do? You're going to take a couple of days off. Don't worry about this. Again, it's a 30-day. Hopefully, it's just a 30-day problem in a 20-year career, right? Take a couple of days off, reread, maybe switch vendors, maybe join the study groups we have, or join the free ones on the Facebook group. We have a great Facebook group called FINRA and NASA Exam Test Prep Network. Join that. There's always study groups going on all the time. Okay. There we go, Chris. Okay. There you go, Latanya. I like that. They gave. Okay. Nelson, that's outstanding. Way to bang that shit out. You're all going to be addicted to that fucking song, even though we're on Seaside Heights in that one. Okay, here we go. Look at all these people, all these pass. Okay, sorry. You got to deal with the people. It a little bit, but that's awesome, Austin. And Seal, that sounds a little German, so that works for you. Okay. 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 Got it. I get it. Oh, nice move. Okay. So that. Okay. Can you over how bonds? Okay. So this is easy, right? If interest rates don't move, they're stable. Okay. Remember this. What does that say?
What is that?
Long and low, baby.
Long and low, yeah.
Long and low, baby. Long-term bonds react more than short-term bonds. Low coupon bonds react more than high coupon or medium. So that's there. If rates go up, now think about it. So if you buy a 5% bond and rates go up to like 7 or 8, your bond looks like shit now, so the price drops. Okay? Long-term bonds drop more than short-term bonds because there's a longer time frame. If you have let's say you have a 5% bond and rates go to 3, yours looks awesome. It looks better because you're getting 5 and everyone else is getting 3. So your bond price will go up and the long term will go up more than the short term. So remember, long and low, baby. Long-term bonds move more than short-term bonds. Low coupon move more than premium or par. And again, rates go down, bonds go up. Rates go up, bonds go down because they're either more or less attractive than the ones out there. Rates go down, your old one's still paying 5%, looks better than 3. If you have a 5%, rates go to 9. Yours looks like shit compared to the 9. So the price goes down. Okay. Yeah, I know. I tell everyone 7 is brute force, 65, 66, a little on an angle. Okay. Free Beto. What are you going? Okay. Okay. Free Beto. That's awesome. Focus on reading. Make sure you get the ethics down. Don't sweat the math too much. There's a lot of 7 overlap. Okay. So you have the 6. So it's not going to help you that much, but there's definitely some overlap from the SIE if you think about it. And guys, anyone taking the 65 or a 66, I have a video in the 65 playlist called Economics. I think I call it Economic Theory, something like that. That's literally what you need to know for the test. It's not harder than that. Alexa, other than reading it, I don't know what else to tell you on that, right? So the test taking tips on how to do this, I don't know how to say it other than just take your time and ask yourself, what the hell are they asking? That's the goal. Ask yourself, what are they asking me? And here's the thing. You need to take your time, read the question, read all 4 answers, and then go back and read it. You have time, I promise you. Read the question, read all 4 answers. A lot of people just read A or B. They don't get to C or D because it sounds good, and they get fucked. You got to read every word. Okay. And you got to do, and the other thing is, maybe do harder questions. Do Kaplan, do past perfect, just to make it harder. But again, the problem is people start looking for tricks when there aren't any. That's the problem, is that there aren't as many tricks on the test. It's just, it's kind of like, there's not tricky. It's just like, I got to figure that shit. I'm trying to figure it out. You got to take your time. You got to read every word. I can't stress that enough. If you don't read every word, you're going to get screwed. Okay. No, if you're in the low 80s, Marie, that's awesome. I love it. Okay, now, I haven't seen her in a while. That's why I'm saying it's awesome. She didn't say anything awesome. I'm just happy to see her back. Yes, Notman's more convoluted, I think, than Kaplan, which is fine. So, so if you're getting 80s on Kaplan and you're doing a little bit worse on Notman, you're in good shape. I think they're going to be fine. Okay. There you go, Chris. I agree. Okay. No, okay. 66, read the book first, Marie. Yes, the 63 is a blitz. Just fucking read the book once, 2 questions, because that's what it does. 66, you got to check. Everyone who's studying for the 65 or 66, the way you study for the SIE or the 7 is the same way you, or the 6, is the same way you study. Read, do the questions, find the suitability, get this shit done. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, Persh, those are great scores. I knew you'd do better. That's awesome. And I'm telling you right now, confidence is half the damn battle. Confidence will add 5-10 points to your score at least. Okay. Time value concepts. Well, I don't know what you mean by that. So I'm going to go with that. The time value of money. Like, think about this. Money now is worth more than money later for sure. Okay. Money now is worth more than money later for sure. This is the way I explain it. So when I was a child, I used to get $20 a week in allowance. And everyone's like, oh my God, that's so much money. I had no idea. I was like a drunken sailor. I'd spend it on anything. Pizza, Matchbox cars.
You got $20 a week?
In 1978, yeah.
That was a lot of money.
I know. Do the math on that. It's like so I was 9 years old getting $20 a week.
When I turned 17, at $10 would fill up my tank of gas.
I know.
And that was
I didn't have a car
well after 78. That's a lot of money.
I wasn't even trying. So, but I could do anything. I was good. It covered my lunch. I mean, I would pay for my lunch at school. I mean, that was 50 cents. Nothing. Pizza was 50 cents. So the point here is that I was like, everyone said that's so much money. I had no fucking idea what that was. Okay. But I think they did it because my dad didn't like me very much. So he's like, here's $20. Just leave me alone. Go out there and do that. Okay. I was kind of a smart ass and annoying, like, because I'm not dumb, so I'm kind of on the smart side, so I'm annoying. So, okay. And I thought I was funnier than I was, and I wasn't. And my dad was a funny guy, and I don't think he likes it when people try to be funny and they're not. And he's like, you're 9. How funny could you fucking be? Okay. Now, so understand. So $20 a week, bought a lot of shit. Movies were $1.25. I can go to a movie with 9 of my fucking friends. Okay. Now you can't even get in the city with $20, right? So that's the time value of money so think about it, $20 a week in 1978 was the equivalent. Imagine giving a 9-year-old $100 a week allowance. That's the equivalent.
I knew. I said that was a lot of money back then.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I was a drunken sailor. Okay. So that's the time. That's the time. Like, they're going to ask you this. They're going to say, what's the concept when you win the lottery of taking the money now versus getting paid over 20 years? The time value of money. The fact that money now was worth more than later. Okay. And the way we do the math on that is our IRR or DCF, stuff like that, which I just shared the playlist for. Shared the video for the time value of money video. Okay. Okay. Those are all. So let's see. So precious metals, copper, platinum, gold. Yeah. Copper is not a precious metal, though. Nor is tin. They're commodities.
It's a hard metal.
Yeah, but it's not precious. My precious. Okay. It's I never even see that movie. I just watched Big Bang Theory. So copper, tin are not precious metals. So platinum, gold, palladium, silver are precious metals. Okay. Palladium. Okay. So I would say that they're probably commodities. So what is so it was platinum, gold, or gold coins? What is a precious metal?
Yeah, that's what they wrote.
That's interesting. I guess you go with gold. Could it have said what's not a precious metal? Remember, that's what happens sometimes. People don't read. Because literally, platinum and gold are both precious metals. And so you're giving me 4 choices. One is not. I think that was a not question and you missed it. I just might miss. I'm throwing it out there. And that happens all the time. People miss the word not all the time. Like I've literally read, when people read questions to me and I go read it out loud. They'll literally, and then not say the word not. I go, did you miss it? I didn't see it. I literally, and I make them read it again. They will read it 3 times and I never say the word not. I'm like, it's literally the last fucking word in the sentence. How do you fucking miss that? So that's why I tell everyone on the test, when you sit down for the test, on the whiteboard, you write the word not right on top. Big fucking block letters, or accept. And every time you see the word accept or not, you take your hand off the mouse and put it on the word. And you leave it there until you're done. Because when you take it off, it'll remind you. It sounds so crazy, but our guy, Rob, he told me it saved him on 9 questions when I first started doing it. I was like, oh, good, it works. Okay. I literally made it up on the spot. Okay. William, that's awesome. Okay. Which 2-3 topics aren't on the 7 units? Okay. Regs and ethics. Okay. Regs and ethics. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, insurance, which isn't on the 7, is going to be on there. So investment vehicles, I say to do that, even though it's on the 7, but I'm telling you right now, William, that's what people do. They go, oh, I took the 7. I don't have to worry about investment vehicles. Yes, you fucking do. Because you're going to take this test. And if you miss, you'll see investment vehicles is going to be the one. Okay. That's going to be the lowest one. Okay. You're going to be like, what the hell happened? Because you like, oh, I have the 7. I'm not saying you do that, but I'm making a point of you to make it sick. Okay? You're my stick. Okay. So now don't blow off investment vehicles because you took the 7. Please don't do that. You will get your fucking ass kicked and be pissed. And I will laugh in your face. Okay. Thank you, Veronica. I love it. Okay. Latanya, I do. Oh, look, Lorena. There you go. Okay. I do offer help with the 26. If you reach out to Jeff, you can reach out. I do it. I don't do it a lot because there's not a lot of help for that. Make sure you read the book. Make sure you use STC. I promise you, STC is the better one for that. I do the 24, so I do the 26. It's not that big a deal. Okay. What is this? Owen McNeese. I always have to, whenever I see Rosa, I have to see if it's something crazy. Okay. I don't do dump sheets for the 66, but I do have something that I like people to use. Let's see if I can find it. Where is it, you bastard? There it is. This is something I kind of made up, and I like it. And I think it does help. I'm going to put it up there for like 30 seconds. Can we see that? Yeah, I can't make it bigger. Sadly, that's what I say to my wife all the time. Okay, now take a picture of this. Turn your phone sideways. Take a damn picture of this. Because if I make it bigger, it gets too big, right? Okay. So this is a good thing to put in your dump sheet. This is a good thing, okay? We're going to have a moment of silence. So you can do this. Okay. That was my moment. I can't do that. Okay. Okay, unsharing. And if you need to find it again, find my quick and easy regs cheat sheet. Okay. Wait, who's? Yeah, so Stephanie, I think it was not. It had to be a not question. Okay. Okay. Wait, Latanya, wait. Are you taking the 26th of the SIE? Right? Okay, we got to talk to you. Okay. You need to get some help. You need to get someone on to keep you accountable. Okay. Okay. Here's the thing, Alejandro. I know it's hard. If you can't read, you got to read. Okay. If you can't read, go get the Speechify. Go get Speechify. Have them read it. Have it read the book too. You can literally have Snoop Dogg or Mr. Beast or Martha Stewart read you the book. Gwyneth Paltrow. Okay. If that doesn't work, go get Achievable. Just do it section by section. Really, the best way to study is 25 minutes at a time. 25 minutes on, take a 5-minute break, another 25 minutes, 5-minute break. Do it that way. That's the best way to do it. And don't worry about memorizing everything. That's where people run into trouble. Just get through the whole fucking book. Just get through the whole damn thing once, then go back and do chapter quizzes. You're not going to do well at first, but it'll get better. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, maybe it wasn't a not question, but what would I have picked? I think I would have picked platinum. No. If I had to pick one, maybe I picked gold, but it had to be a not question.
And Ken, for Latanya, and who's the other for Alejandro?
Alejandro?
Yeah, here. I'll put my study if they want to.
That's true. If you're running into trouble, Jeff, all he does, he doesn't do the 60, he doesn't do any of the fitness stuff. Literally, his expertise is literally helping you create a study plan and get ready. So anyone who's looking for help on that, it's cheap. It's like $50. He jumps on the phone with you for quite a while. Okay. And he'll walk you through everything. Okay. Oh, there you go, Jeff. Oh, first reach out to Jeff at Cap Advantage Tutoring. And then if you set up a session, he'll help you be able to study, and then he'll hook you out. Then you can book a lesson with me if you need. Okay. I agree, Alexa. Okay. Good. Okay. Owen. Yeah. Listen, this is what I tell everyone. If you're taking the essay and the 7, it's Achievable, STC, Kappa, Notman, Pest Perfect. That's what they are. Okay. Eden Acres. Okay. I'm glad you're here, baby. Okay. So now, did I miss him? Marquise. Okay. Now, okay. Yeah, I can do that before I go because I have to be done by 9:15. Have to be for sure. Hold on. Let me make sure he knows. Okay. Oh. No, that's a different person. Okay. I should be done in like 10 minutes. Okay. They're in California, so they don't really care. Okay. So now. Okay. Now. I say anything other than the 7. If you're taking anything other than the SAE 766, STC is the only way to go. 57. Oh no, the 79. As I told the other person, Notman's the way to go. For the 24, for the 26. For the 910, the 4, all that shit, STC is the way to go. For the Series 3, STC is the way to go. Because remember, like sort of like Notman and Pest Perfect, that's all they do. They've been doing it for goddamn since the 70s. Okay. Oh, there you go. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it in there again.
Okay. Now, PERS mushroom. Let's go, baby. Okay. Since you're taking it 2 days. So think about this. When you come back on next Thursday, you will be an IAR, my man. You will be an IAR. Okay. Now, so let's go over this real quick. Irma. Yeah, we do the 82. I hate that fucking test. I don't know if STC has an 82 book. I think the only one that does it is Past Perfect, because literally like 9 people a year take the test. So it's like unknown. So I think Past Perfect does it, but it's really Solomon, and maybe Securities Institute of America does it. So Purge, I'll get you. So Securities Institute of America and Past Perfect or Serify do the 82. That's kind of it. Okay, now IRMA is income related Medicare Advantage, blah blah blah. Okay, so now it's literally saying that your Medicare is a set rate, but then A and D are supplements. So A and D are add-ons. Okay, so what they do is they adjust it for how much money you make. The more money you make, the more they charge you. So a question I might have seen was, why do you have to include IRMA into your plans so you have enough money to pay for it? So you have to do the math on that, because if you're going to get if you have like $10 million in your plan, that means you're probably bringing out 80 grand a year, 800 grand a year in payments. So you're going to have to pay all of this stuff. Okay. So you're going to have to pay a higher premium. The highest premium is like 800 a month. Okay. The highest premium is 800 a month for this. Okay. Which is a lot. Okay. So that's one thing. Okay. Now, where are we now? So you definitely see the IRMA, that it's just an income related. So the more you make, the more they take. But again, the question I might have seen was, how do you adjust for IRMA in your retirement plan? You have to adjust for it. You have to make assumptions on how much you're going to bring in to make sure you can cover the cost. Okay, that's IRMA. Now the CE, it's annual. You have to do 12 credits, 6 products and practices, 6 ethics and whatever that responsibilities. Of the 6 ethics and responsibilities, 3 of them must be ethics. They say 50%, but it's 3. Okay. Now, you have to do it annually. You cannot, if you do extra classes, you cannot roll them over. You have to do them in the year. If you don't finish it within the year, you have 1 more year to finish it. If you don't, let's say you're supposed to do it in 2025 and you don't, okay. Yeah, Aiden, absolutely. The 82s are about private placements, 1 test at a time. Finish the 63, then move on. Don't think about 2 tests at one time. Thank you very much, Eden. Very smart. Now, back to this. So CE, if you don't finish it in 2025, you're called CE deficient. You have into the end of 2026 to finish both 25 and 26 CE. If you don't finish both of them by December 31st, you are CE deficient, CE inactive, and you can't renew. So again, if you have 1 year to do it, if you don't finish it, you get a 1 year grace period to get both years done. If you don't get both years done by the end of the second year, you can't work. Okay, now, if you are dual registered and you're taking FINRA shit, you're taking FINRA CE, which we will, if you're taking the 66, you have to start doing that shit for the FINRA. You can use the FINRA ones for the 6 products and practices one, not ethics and whatever the procedures, whatever the hell, ethics and responsibilities, whatever the hell it is. I always forget what it is. Ethics and practice. I have no idea. You cannot use it for the ethics portion. That has to be done through a NASA approved provider. Okay. Hope that helps, Purge. You're going to come on next week. You are 48 hours away from being an IAR, my man. Okay. Okay. I think that worked. We got through a lot of shit. I think I even answered all of Alexa's questions except for match sales, which is just remember it's manipulation. Unless they're talking about the Federal Reserve match sales, which is a reverse repo where they're selling treasuries to the banks. Okay. I think we nailed it.
Think so.
Okay. Let's go, baby. Everyone, the people taking it tomorrow, you're going to rock it. People not taking it tomorrow, you're going to rock it too. And I will see you guys in 6 days and 23 hours. Okay. Thank you, Purge. You're going to rock this thing. Everyone, you're going to pass it. I know you